Are you ready?
There we go. There we fucking go. That's how I want to word it. How can somebody love you when you don't even love yourself? And it's a battle that I feel like a lot of people deal with. Even myself. Don't get it twisted. Like I said a good amount of times, I deal with being insecure sometimes. I look at my situations and I can tell that it's not perfect, and it's things that's in my control that I could better figure out, you know what I'm saying? Alright, y'all, what it do? We back with another video. We back watching Psych2Go, 8 signs you don't trust yourself. So before we get into the video, as far as what I think this is going to be about, I'm pretty sure it's going to be about why eight reasons why you don't have confidence in yourself, why you feel like you're not good enough for whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm assuming. Hopefully with each point they bring up, they have a way that you can go about fixing it. That would be dope. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it so we don't drag this video out. 8 signs you don't trust your goddamn self. Yeah.
Welcome back, Psych2Goers. Before we start, we wanted to say thank you for all the love and support that you've given us.
Yep, that's me.
Your support helps us reach others on our mission to make psychology and mental health more accessible to everyone.
That was my shit growing up.
Do you struggle with sabotaging feelings of self-doubt? Do you feel that this has ruined your chances for happiness or success? Are you worried that you're doing this to yourself? Trust is when we have a firm belief in the truthfulness, strength, and ability of someone or something. Learning how to trust yourself is the key to creating a healthy relationship with yourself, as it fosters a deeper sense of self-love, self-compassion, and self-confidence within you. But maybe self-trust doesn't come so easily to you.
No.
So how can you tell if you lack self-trust? Here are 8 signs that you struggle to trust yourself.
And before we continue, as far as it goes, I believe that having confidence and believing in yourself, for one, nobody will ever love you until you start to love yourself. And that should be the only love that you truly care for. If you don't love yourself, how can somebody love you when you don't love yourself? There we go. There we fucking go. That's how I want to word it. How can somebody love you when you don't even love yourself? And it's a battle that I feel like a lot of people deal with. Even myself. Don't get it twisted. Like I said a good amount of times, I deal with being insecure sometimes. I look at my situations and I can tell that it's not perfect, and it's things that's in my control that I could better figure out, you know what I'm saying? But at times, for one, especially if you're young, if you're like around my age or younger, you'll have to realize, because we live in a society where it's like, say for instance, you're 18, when you turn 18, you looked at being at 18 and society wants you to already have shit figured out. And because you have a lot of people in situations to where their parents and their parents had grew up in situations to where they was forced, as soon as they turned 18, and they was pretty much forced to go out in the world by their own, they're put in a lot of fucked up situations, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. You don't have to have everything figured out. The point you're at now, you don't have to have everything figured out. When you look at people, successful people, a lot of them tend to start to get it figured out in their 30s because they go through those years of the 20s. That's like the trial era, like your 20s, throughout your 20s. And I'm pretty sure, like, we all would like to have it figured out as soon as possible. We all would like to be living this lavish life, this successful life early as possible. But the reality is, if you don't have proper guidance and you don't have somebody showing you down the right path, then you're going to bump your head a lot. You're going to bump your head a lot, especially if you're the person that's pioneering a change for your family tree. If you're the one that's trying to be the change for the next generation in your family, it's going to take years, man. It's going to take years. I look at, for like my mother's, for instance. My mother, that's my Wonder Woman. I love my mother. That's my Wonder Woman. And now seeing the whole path that we went through, because I'm an only child. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm an only child, so I seen the path that she had to walk since I've been on this earth. And to see now the fruits of her labor and the blessings that's coming her way from the work that she's put in, it's amazing. But it took a lot of trials and tribulations. Just keep living life, enjoy every moment for what it is, and realize that your happiness isn't dictated by outside resources. It's within you. It's within you, honestly. It's about perception. It's all about perception. But let's continue.
Number 1. You always second guess yourself. You have a hard time making decisions, no matter how small
I
they
ain't gonna
might
lie.
be. You often find yourself
I be second
wavering
guessing
between
some shit,
choices
man.
for long periods of time.
But that's an
unable to
easy
make
one.
up
Give me
your own mind.
pancakes. Without a
Being
doubt.
indecisive and constantly second guessing yourself shows that you're struggling to trust your own
Them
judgment.
pancakes look flavorless. That shit look like dough.
Absolutely paralyzes you because
shit
the
look like an
possibility
ear.
of
That
making
shit
a
look like a
mistake
bowl.
fills you with fear. You feel overwhelmed when you have too much freedom
Damn, waffles look
because
like
you
a,
lack the
fucking
confidence to
iPad.
stand by your decisions.
Goddamn phone.
Number 2, you
Overthink.
overthink everything. Once you finally do make up your mind, you immediately start wondering if you made the right choice.
Yeah.
And
Well-
more often than not, you start seeing all the reasons why you should have.
Yeah, you start to think about ways that can go wrong, and then rarely do you think about the good that comes from it. Or rarely you just be like, fuck it, I made the decision, it is what it is, whatever happens, happens. We always, and that's where fear starts to stem from. When we start to overthink things, and we always want to think about the worst case scenarios. And it just be fabricated as scenarios in our head that could happen, but most likely than not, it won't happen. We just lost in our head because it's like a guard. It's like we got our guards up and we trying to do our best to protect ourselves. But in reality, that's causing you from really truly living life and experiencing happiness.
Have gone with the other option instead. Anxiety, guilt, and regret follows behind everything that you do. You overthink all your choices and behaviors because you don't have enough faith in yourself to believe you can do well and
I ain't
succeed.
gonna lie, the vibe of this
You're so
video is
convinced
depressing
that
as
you'll wind up
fuck.
making some kind of mistake.
You ain't
that makes
helping
you
a nigga
hesitant,
depression. God
timid,
damn.
and unsure of yourself. 3. You trust other people's opinions more than your own. Do you value the opinions of your friends and family over your own? Are you easily swayed by their opinions and can't make a decision without asking for their input first? Say, for example, you want to buy something you've had your eye on forever, but because your friends tell you they don't like it, you change your mind. You're easily discouraged from your own desires and prone to pleasing
That thing is
others
hideous.
because the
Is that
truth
cat?
is, you trust everyone else more than you trust yourself. Number 4.
That
You
shit
don't
look
validate
uncomfortable.
your own experiences. Are you forgetful, or do you easily get confused? You often find yourself feeling like you've left something behind or forgotten to do something important. If this sounds like you, it may not be because of absent-mindedness, but because you don't trust yourself enough to validate your own experiences. Whenever you think to yourself, I'm sure that I left it here, or I swear I remembered to do that already, you soon start to wonder if it's actually true. You often find yourself wondering if things are the way you remember them, because you have this unshakable feeling that you've done something wrong or made a mistake somehow.
I don't know.
Number 5.
I feel like my
You're
memory
afraid
just
to
terrible.
speak up.
Maybe that's the
You
case.
struggle to
I
make
think
your
my shit
voice
terrible.
known, even when you're with a group of close friends. You back away from being the center of attention. Studies show that when you have a tendency to be shy and quiet, you most likely also have a hard time trusting yourself. And this is what makes you so afraid to speak up. You're afraid of being judged or ridiculed if you truly speak your mind. You don't like to share your opinions, thoughts, and feelings, especially when it will contradict those around you, because you lack the conviction, assertiveness, and self-confidence in yourself. Number
True.
6. You try to control everything. Has anyone ever told you that you're too bossy or controlling? You often find yourself taking charge of things
Now, this
inside your
probably-
head for just about
This
everything.
probably the one sign that's for sure not me. Yeah, I never been a bossy person. A person who tries to really just take control. I always try to stay in my lane. But the other ones, it could probably hold some weight. It could probably hold some weight. I ain't gonna lie to you. Especially that last one. My damn memory is ass. Straight buns.
Another common way a lack of self-trust can manifest in our behaviors is through a strong need for control. You try to control everything around you and feel upset when things don't go the way you expected them to. This is most likely because you don't trust yourself enough to handle the curveballs life throws your way. Number 7. You struggle to recognize your worth. When you have problems trusting and believing in yourself, you undermine your own success and belittle your own accomplishments. You struggle to see all the great qualities you have and contributions you've made because you fail to recognize your own self-worth. You feel embarrassed when people compliment you because you don't feel deserving of their praise. So, no matter how much reassurance and encouragement people may give you, you still keep selling yourself short, time and time again.
I ain't gonna lie.
And number 8.
As far as that one goes, I would say that probably hits the mark as far as like my music goes. Like as far as my music goes, I am definitely insecure about my music. Like I can hear people be like, "Hey, yo, that shit fire," and you know, this is it. But there's always something in my head like, I don't know. Like I don't know if this is it. But yeah, that's one that I definitely can resonate with.
You're overly critical with yourself. Are you overly harsh, demanding, and critical of yourself? This behavior is a definite red flag and indicator that you need to work on your own self-trust.
God damn,
Every
bro.
time you make a mistake, no matter how small, you're always the first to point it out because you're your own worst critic. You beat yourself up over your shortcomings and find it hard to forgive yourself for the things you've done wrong. You dwell on your past mistakes and often find yourself grappling with self-doubt because you don't trust yourself enough to be more understanding of your own flaws and weaknesses.
That's like
Just like
that's like one pro from having bad memory. You can't really think on your past fuck ups, so hey, that's one pro. But nah, that's one thing I really don't deal with. I don't really beat myself up over a lot of things. As far as like doing good but still trying to, beat myself up over it. Nah, I don't really trip over that. As if anything, I would probably need to apply myself more, honestly. But nah, I never really done myself
Like with
like that.
self-love and self-compassion, it takes time to cultivate a healthy sense of self-trust within ourselves. Self-trust is the ability to believe in ourselves in spite of our mistakes, forgive ourselves for our past failures, and still have hope that we are strong enough to overcome the problems we may face. Do you relate to any of the things we've mentioned in this video? I sure did. Let us know in the
All right, y'all. There y'all have it. 8 signs you don't trust yourself. So let me know in the comment section. Stupid ass boy. Let me know in the comment section if any of these signs resonate with you, and let me know if, for one, if y'all feel like y'all have a way that y'all go about fixing this, as far as addressing it. Like not coming up with some form of running away from it, but actually addressing this. Because I feel like this is something that a lot of people go through as far as these 8 signs, but they never just want to sit there and dive within these problems and figure out ways to get over them, to actually overcome them. So yeah, if you a person that goes through these, because like I said throughout the video, there was plenty of signs that I go through. So yeah, to be honest, I deal with self-confidence issues. The older I get, the more I start to really just overcome some of these. But yeah, even now, I still have self-confidence issues. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but we take it a day at a time, step by step, and sooner or later, we're gonna overcome these issues, y'all. But you have to, for one, have confidence that you can overcome it. That's one thing I do for sure have confidence in. And I hope y'all do too, and you will. You will. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, y'all know what to do. That being said, peace, love, positivity. We got these videos out the way, and I hope y'all enjoy all of them, man. I hope y'all enjoy them all. Peace, love, positivity. Until next time. Peace. That shit was depressing as fuck. Ooh.